Hi everyone, I'm Dottie, Stitching Scotty. Welcome to my video about cross stitch, and I've got some finishing and things. Today is Saturday, May the 20th, 2023, and this is Flosstube number 127. Wow. Okay, welcome to everyone. I would just like to thank you for sharing your time with me, and hope you're enjoying stitching while you're watching. I have a lot to show. I have some finishes, and I have one that's kind of sort of finished. It needs just a little touch. We have a featured designer this week and some free patterns. So let's get started. All right, the first thing I did last week was I asked a question of everyone of what fully finished technique do you like best to do? Okay, and the first answer, the number one answer, was pillows or smalls, because they're the easiest. The second one was don't finish, and like they take it or send it out to do. And then the third one was they either frame it themselves or send it to the framers. So those are the top three answers. So I really appreciate your input, and hopefully we'll have another question today if I can think of one. And now let's go on with our Flosstube shout outs. I watched a couple of I watched more than a couple, but I watched some Flosstubers this week, and I really enjoyed watching them. One is my friend Olivia, Southern Yankee Stitcher. She is a real bargain hunter. Yes, I'm telling you. She's from South Carolina, just like I am, and she loves antiques. Any kind of antique, she's just all about it. So if you like antiques also, you need to be sure and watch her channel. Then she got some real bargains framing this past week. Really good bargains. So you'll have to check that out. Then also I noticed that she had a hack, and I call it a hack because it's something I would have never thought of, but you're going to have to go watch her video, and it's about ribbon. How to come up with other kinds of ribbon. So anyway, I hope y'all will go watch Olivia, and you'll like and subscribe and just share the love in our community. Okay, next, I watched Running with Scissors. This is Jane and Julie, and they are just so funny. I just really laugh when I watch them. They just crack me up. But one thing I did not know until this past week, well, I guess I knew it, it just didn't dawn on me, is that Julie designs. She designs hard hanger and cross stitch, and she has scissor fobs also that she makes. So today she's going to be our featured designer, and I'm going to go ahead and show this today, right now, the featured designer, just because it's Julie. And I hope you'll go over, and I will link her shop below, her website, because she's not an Etsy shop. She has her own web page. But we'll go ahead and link that below, and that way you can be sure and see some of the beautiful things that she has. Okay, I know this is a channel about cross stitch, but this is Audrey. Okay, this is an original pattern by Julie. Is that not beautiful hard hanger? Just beautiful. She also has beginner kits. Then she's also got some, I never can remember this, wool, the wool stuff, the penny rugs and things. This is Frida, the Friendly Frog Fairy. Isn't that cute? And then she has a scissor, fob, and counting pin set. That one's for Halloween. Then we have blacks and reds clasp scissor fobs. Those are cute, aren't they? Look at those scissors. And then we have a birdhouse scissor case with scissors that you make with finishing instructions. Isn't that beautiful? It would be so cute for spring and summer. And it's good for people that like birds. And then here's a cross stitch sampler. This is called America Sampler. And it says, America, America, God shed his grace on thee. And in the middle, it says USA. And I thought that was real funny because there's an alphabet at the bottom, and if I'm not mistaken, I don't think she likes stitching alphabets. But it may be Jane that does it. But somebody on their channel, I don't think, likes doing alphabets. So I thought that was hilarious. But just go over and check their channel out. It's really neat. And just like and subscribe. They're from, I think, Minnesota, up in that way somewhere. So, but I'm probably wrong. But anyway, I'll link everybody below. I'll link Olivia, Southern Yankee Stitcher below, and I'll also link Running with Scissors and Julie's shop. Okay, now let's get on with this. This is going to be a short video today. It is. And no, I have not had Mountain Dew or Pepsi or any kind of caffeine. Okay. This is the one that's sort of kind of finished, and it's a little behind the times, but I thought, hey, better late than never. So this is A Year in the Hoop by Small Town Needleworks, and this is my finish, and I just need to get some kind of bow, and I've tried for 15 minutes to do a bow. Yeah, just various kinds of ribbon. This is on 28 count Lugana. Oops, there's something on it. And I painted the frame with, which is an embroidery hoop, with apple barrel, bright magenta craft paint. And then I just made a back out of cardboard the size of the hoop and covered it with a piece of fabric from my stash. But this is 28 count, and it's 2 strands over 2, and she has a whole series of which I'm behind on. What else is new? But anyway, I just thought that was cute, but I'll be ready for next Valentine's Day. That was just the most precious pattern. I just love that. But they have a lot of cute designs, and I've featured them also before. So that's finish number, or FFO number 1. Then FFO number 2, when we were at Quilter Station, we got a pattern from Rita from Blackbird Designs. Hats off to Uncle Sam. And I couldn't show you a picture of it except on, you know, I had a picture I inserted. And Rita gave us a box, a bamboo box. So I finished my hats off to Uncle Sam, and I put it on this box. And this is on 36 count. Can't remember the name of the linen. I'm getting bad for that here lately. And I used 2 strands instead of the 1 she said. So mine looks a bit more, I guess a bit bolder is what you'd say. And because it does, I put some Dames of the Needle from the Cauldron, mini pom-poms, and it's Wonka's Blueberry. And I'll link her information below. I had a little scrap left, and I thought, it would be just perfect. And then see, this opens to store all your stitching needs. So I just thought that was just precious. And I gathered that, you know, and put several layers of batting. There must be about 8. And it's a little squished because I had to set something on it to make it stick. But anyway, those are my 2 FFOs this week. And I didn't have any finishes, but I did get a good bit of stitching done. Okay, first, I love Red Barn samplers. I think they're so pretty, and this one's my favorite by far. This is McDonald 1788. Yeah, it's McDonald. Okay, it's 1788, and there's a lot of stitching here. I started up here at the top in the upper left-hand corner, and I'm using all the DMCs, and it's on, it's on 36 count, R&R Reproductions, and I want to say Winter Brew is what I want to say. And this is all I've got done so far. But I'm really enjoying stitching this. Everything's like a pattern, and I thought I'd get some of the line underneath started also in that red. And I'm stitching with 1 thread over 2, 1 strand of floss with over 2 threads of linen. Oh boy, I always mess that up. And if you notice, I always keep a needle on the top of my piece because I cannot tell you how many times I have gotten somewhere, like at a stitch in or on a trip or something, and wanted to work on something, and I either had the wrong size needle or didn't have a needle. And it's hard to sew without a needle. It really is. It's hard to do any cross stitching without one. So yeah. So anyway, that's what I've got done on that one. I'm not really in any hurry on that, but I do want to get a little bit done. Okay, next, I'm working on the Sugar and Spice birth sampler for my granddaughter. And I got a good bit done. We had our baby shower last week, and I stitched in the car on the way down there. 'Cause driving from South Carolina to Alabama is a long trip. Yes. And it was Friday afternoon, rush hour traffic, and a little bit of rain every now and then. But we had a good driver. I just rode, and which was very nice. And it was nice to stitch. I'm doing this on pink and white check gingham. It's 28 count. And let's see. I got this off of Etsy, and I featured her on one of my featured designer pages. And so I got the rest of the blocks done. I'm outlining as I go, and I got all the little trim underneath done. So that little border kind of thing done. And I'm doing 2 strands over 2. And I just gave it a lick and a promise with the iron because I was in a hurry. So yeah, you know how that goes. Ironing is not my favorite pastime. But anyway, I don't have to have this done until July, so that's good. And the baby shower was wonderful, but I'll tell about that at the end and show some pictures. And if you don't want to see that, then you can just cut it off. So, you know, if you're not into that, but because I don't tell much about my family, you know, because, I mean, it's a family. So it's a good family, though. I will say that. I have really good kids. I have 4 kids. They're really good. They're all financially independent and working, and I'm very thankful. And they're God-fearing children, and I really, really am thankful for that. Okay, enough of that. All right, let's see. Next, off the Etsy shop, I had featured this lady also. I just love Tracy's design. This is Tracy Campbell's Designs. And if you've not went to Tracy's website, you need to go. She has some of the most beautiful Christmas patterns that I've ever seen. So, and I love her Thanksgiving pattern. Look at that. Give thanks with a grateful heart. This was a little bit more stitching than I thought it would be. So on the way home, I was babied out, you know, with the baby sampler, because I could go with the baby for a long time, but there's no baby yet. So anyway, I thought on the way home, I'll stitch on something different, you know, because it was pink, 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 pink. So now we're doing oranges and gold. Oranges and gold. Listen to me, can't even talk. And I'm stitching 2 strands over 2, and this is Banana Popsicle Fabrics by Laura, and I got this at Galleria. And this is my progress so far. And I really enjoyed stitching on the church. I really did. And I would have filled it in, except I ran out of, or I didn't have that thread. It must have fallen out of the bag. So I had to go to Hobby Lobby and buy another skein of floss. Yeah. So anyway, I'm doing 2 strands over 2. But I really like this. And this is a little bit past the first page because I couldn't just stop in the middle of the church because the first page stops right here. And I had about this much. And I was like, oh, got to do more than that. So I just thought that was really cute. So be sure and check Tracy out because she has some beautiful, beautiful designs. And I'm really enjoying stitching on this. The graphs are very detailed and clear. She gives great directions. Even if you're a beginner, she has super, super directions. So be sure and check her out. And it's all done with DMC floss, which is, as usual, a hot mess. So I've got that one. Then last but not least, I finally stitched some on my whip go piece, Gobble. This is from Big Creek. Now I want you to look at these colors in this picture. And you know, the photos never look like, well, rarely, I should say, look like what you see in the end. And I'm using all the called for threads. Now I'm not using, okay, wait a minute. She uses a mixture of Weeks Dye Works and DMC. Well, the only one I did not have was Blue Spruce in the Weeks Dye Works. And this one is a bit greener than the Blue Spruce I'm used to. But everything else, I'm using that. But I want you to look at this. This is on a Vintage Country Mocha. And this is my progress so far. I got all these left side pumpkins and some vines and leaves and things done. And those are such rich, beautiful colors. And they're 2 strands over 2. And let's see. The light is not good, as people say. Oh, there you go. That's kind of what it looks like. But still, the colors are very vibrant. And I like that. So that's good. So hopefully we'll get a finish on this. I'm enjoying stitching on it, but I enjoyed stitching the letters better than I did the pumpkins. And I've still got the turkey to go. So yippee. But, you know, I'm going to get me some Thanksgiving things done. Okay, next, we have a free I have 2 free patterns. And, well, wait. Just before I do that, let's do announcements, okay? Okay, first of all, I had announced several videos ago that the Stitchin Kitten was going to be opening in Columbia, South Carolina. So now she has a home. She's found a place, and she's found a very large space in the Galleria on St. Andrews Road in Irmo. And it's right outside. If you know where the Columbiana Mall is, it's really close to that. So that's good. Like 10 minutes or less away. And I'm going to show you a picture of it. And she's on target for early July opening. And that is what her shop is going to look like. So hopefully that will be very soon. And I'm going to put her information up here. She has a Facebook group. She's on Instagram. And she already has a Shopify website. And this, you might want to take a screenshot, or I will link all this below. Okay. So that's in July. So next, foot. Okay, here we go. Color and Cotton Needleworks is going to they're opening today. Their grand opening is May the 20th and the 21st. And they are in, oh shoot, I forgot. They're in the Midwest. I want to say Indiana, maybe? Ohio? I'll link it below. I am so sorry. Okay. But anyway, they've got everything cross-stitch. Fabric, thread, floss, patterns, necessities, notions, finishing supplies, motive fabric, and much more. So be sure and follow them on Facebook also and Instagram. And I'll link that below. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, I meant to show this pattern last week as a freebie, and I forgot. And this one is from Not Forgotten Farm. And it's called Dear Mother. Now, it doesn't have to be for Mother's Day. It can be any time. Or you can just leave the Dear Mother off and just make the pretty vase and have a, you know, of flowers and have a beautiful small. And I'll link this below. The other pattern is, well, drat. is from Helen D, East Coast Crafter. She has a Flosstube also, and she says it's wedding season, so she's posted a new freebie chart to her website. And she has numbers so you can customize it. And it says today, tomorrow, together. Isn't that cute? Just really, really cute. And I'll link that below also. So, let's see. Okay, so I told you about the shops opening. Oh, now I'm going to tell you about what I'm going to be doing and stitching. Okay. All right. Primrose Cottage Stitches has a sale that they're starting on June 1st. And it's going to be Welcome to the North Pole. And so be sure and get all your materials. You could go to their Etsy shop and get your fabric and your floss, or you can go to your stash and get that. And there'll be a hashtag, and I think it's North Pole Sale. I will link that below also. But everybody will be starting that then. Then the next thing that I'm going to be doing is I'll be going to Panda's Cross Stitch and Beading's retreat. They're having a cross stitch retreat the weekend of June 11th and 12th. And I'll be seeing all my local friends there because it's my local Needleworks shop. It's it's outside Greenville, South Carolina, in a little town called Mauldin. And we always have a really good time. And her workshops are more, she doesn't have a designer, but she shows you how to finish things. And, you know, I always learn things. So, and she provides the finishing material in all the projects. So you get the kit, everything. So it's wonderful. And Donna is just fantastic teacher. So, I'll be telling y'all about that soon. And then the next weekend after that, I'll be going to StitchCon Weekend B. And if you're going to StitchCon Weekend B, give me a, come over and visit me at my table, and or look me up, on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, Flosstube. And I'd love to meet you and see you, because I'd like to see some of the people that watch my channel, regularly. So I'll be telling y'all about those and showing all the things. So I guess that's going to be it. This is probably like the shortest video ever. Oh my goodness. But I just wish everyone a really good weekend, and I hope you stitch all the things, and be sure and come back next week for more. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.